Tonight, I'm going to show you what's coming in the next 12 or 15, 24 months. What's over the horizon. This one is truly, truly horrifying. The information that is fed to you by politicians or the mainstream media or, God forbid, the think tanks never take us beyond the surface view. I believe it is critical to attack an issue on a much deeper level. Pull it up from the roots like a weed. If you don't get at the roots, the problems will continue to resurface time and time again. And you will see that what I'm going to show you tonight has repeated itself. History is repeating itself right now. Putin is not just the self-absorbed thug the media portrays. His tactics are far more calculated than the average wannabe dictator, and his goals are far, far-reaching. The brash military overreaches from the annexing of the Crimea to the pro-Russian militants who shot down MH17, that's just about Putin flexing his biceps for the rest of the world to see. But there is a deeply historical and deeply disturbing pattern that is playing out that reveals the end game and opens Pandora's box, almost quite literally, of biblical proportions. Russia is awake. This one, to me, is important. No mocking. Please don't let others say, oh, and yeah, it's a caliphate. Please don't let them say, oh, in the 1980s called, they want their foreign policy back. It's back. It is awake. Why is it awake? Are they communist? Are they fascist? Are they religious? Are they nationalist? They are nationalist. They are religious only to appeal to the people. It is not a religious movement, only to appeal. It is some sort of neo-fascist, I don't know exactly what it is. It's totalitarian. And its goal is to take over all of the original territory, which means all of Western Europe, all of that. Eastern Europe, definitely. Western Europe will fall into their hands. And they are uniting with anyone who will listen. They will stand hand in hand with anyone. Because of this, they are looking, the religious and nationalists, because of this, they are looking to retain or regain territory that they have lost. More importantly, they are looking to cleanse the world of imperfections. And when did it start? Oil. Banking crisis of '08. Anything that is putting pressure on him. In his 2005 annual State of the Union address, Russian President Vladimir Putin said, and I quote, "The collapse of the Soviet Union was a major geopolitical disaster of the century. As for the Russian nation, it became a genuine drama. Tens of millions of our co-citizens and compatriots found themselves outside of Russian territory." This will play a huge role. These people that the Soviets planted in here are outside. He views this as a major catastrophe that the USSR dissolved. So he wants to be the one to restore it, or at least a modern version of it. I believe the architect of Russia's geopolitical strategy is this man. The most frightening man we have come across in all of the years that I have been doing this show. His name is Alexander Dugin. Most Americans have never heard of this man, but he is an advisor for the Kremlin. He is the thinking man behind the kill large animals with my bare hands dictator of a guy. If he were a lone crazy man talking to himself between naps under bridges, he'd be harmless. But his policy ideas had the fast track to the Kremlin and all of the universities in the former Soviet Union. And because of that, his ideas are truly terrifying because they are now in play, not just for the people of Russia, but for all of civilization. In Iran, the Twelvers believe it is their job to create chaos to hasten the return of their savior. If you look at the end times philosophy of the Twelvers, you will see that it is the reverse of our book of Revelation. Putin's Russia supports regimes, the Iranian regime, the Syria and Hamas, and Dugin's views and policy ideals are closely aligned. As they are closely examined, the more clear Russia's actions become, and why they are standing with far-right European xenophobes, neo-Nazis, and the Twelvers in Iran. Welcome to the new Russia, and it won't stay contained in Russia. They are using these far-right groups in Germany, in Greece, and now in France, in a proxy cultural battle against neighbors it seeks to diminish. Putin is indeed following the platform laid out by the influential radicals like Alexander Dugin. But they're not satisfied with him. They are urging him to do more. They are true radicals. This is a dangerous time for Vladimir Putin. He's enlisted the help of far-right European radicals, and now he is not delivering on promises. So how far will they go to make sure they get what they want, what he promised them and them? Man, what happens when you back a bear into a corner? Well, if the saying is true that history repeats itself, you're not going to like the answer.